Good. Beautiful day. Going to be hot out here today. I've challenged our guys to, have a heck of a day here today, like we have so far through camp. So, practice 11. Excited to watch our guys go out and again compete when, in the heydays of camp. I think this is when they start to go. They're going to go one way or another. But we need to get that effort out of them. Everybody else is practicing around the country. We need to get out of them. So today will be a big day in shells, and then tomorrow we're back in pads and get a couple live periods in.
I wanted to follow up from yesterday. You said maybe the big battle on the offensive line is at guard. I was curious, is it both spots or one? And who are some of the main competitors at those spots?
Yeah, good question. So, let's talk tackles then first. Like, really happy with Ryan Baer. Really happy with, Percy, although he's missed a couple days. And Stanley's done a nice job. Like, I feel really good there. And then Gio Cooley is really good. I mean, you feel like you got 4 tackles that we can win a championship with. Inside, we all know BJ Williams is really good. That left guard, Keith, has been really good, but we moved him and played a little center. So then we kind of, broke him a little bit, and then he had to come back and get used to it. He had a much better day yesterday than he did in this, so we had, Coretta was out for a couple of days, so you kind of put your best out. So, you're juggling those guys around kind of like you would during the season. So there hasn't been that gel up there like you'd like. But, when Keith is in there and BJ are in there, we feel really good. And then we're looking for that who's going to back those guys up? Who's going to be that guy? And, Coretta is going to get some shots in there just to get, he might be that 6th guy. So we're really happy with him as well. But again, as soon as you move him, then what do you do at center? You're not 3 deep anywhere. We don't want Shep Turk in there, getting too many snaps just as a freshman, and he's gotten a lot better. So it's just the juggling game of, hey, he's got an ankle today, he's going to be out for 2 days, moving guys around. So I'm really happy with that first group when they're all in there healthy, and really, probably 3 or 4 guys behind them. So we're much deeper at that position than we have been.
So Kendall playing guard, is that just kind of a break in case of emergency?
Yeah, I mean, that's, it's like, okay, backup center went down, so then we moved Keith like we did at the end of spring last year, moved Keith into center, then you're moving, Stanley into that guard spot. Okay, so it's just kind of one of those, that's what you do. And, you're just trying to get your 5 best out there all the time and get them, and again, that's what practice is for, this time of year is find out who can do what. If that happens during the season, what are we going to do?
We talked to Tamon Lynham yesterday, and he talked about he didn't get a whole lot of targets during the scrimmage. Not sure if that was maybe he didn't play a whole lot, or maybe if that's just,
he played a whole lot.
I don't know if that was a testament to the way he's been playing, but are there any corners in that room right now that are warranting that respect that the offense doesn't want to throw their way?
Yeah, I don't know if it's, I don't know if it's we're not going to Tamon. I sit in those offensive meetings, so I don't think there's someone saying, again, Tamon's had a heck of a camp too, so I'm not saying he's not. But like, in fall ball, you're not worried, you're not game planning, you're not saying, oh, let's not ever throw over there. So I just think it's, based on what they have in, where the, what the coverage is, and again, he's playing well. So, and again, I'll say this: anytime you're pressing those guys out there, it's either take a, 25% max shot, probably more like a 12%, 10% shot at taking a fade ball. So it's all depending on what we're doing, coverage-wise. And the other, those balls inside the hashes are the ones that are easier completions as opposed to trying to throw a fade down the field. So that's one of them. But but he's playing well. Battle's playing well. And then Shadarian Harrison's playing really well. Sean Murray's done good. So but they're getting opportunities. Matter of fact, Tamon had an interception yesterday. I don't know if he talked about that yet, but it was a lucky one. So it was a gimme. It was a gimme. So don't let him think that he earned it.
With Cole Gonzalez just having more experience in Cade Bell's offensive system, how has he really helped year 2?
Who again? I'm sorry.
Cole Gonzalez.
Cole. Okay. He's really helped him. He's done an outstanding job out there. I mean, it's just fun to watch him. He's a competitor. He's tough, and it's really helped us. Just to not have him in the spring, but knowing that if he was just coming in here and he didn't have a clue, he'd be way behind. But he's way ahead of where he should be at this point, based on that relationship that he's had in the past.
Looking along the lines of the quarterback question, looking kind of far ahead, hypothetically, you get into a situation where you can go to a backup quarterback out of your choice. Do you go with Cole, who, he's got 1 year, he's done, or you look at Mason, who's a freshman, you're going to be developing for the future?
Well, Cole's possibly got 2 years left.
Okay.
We're still trying to figure that out. He thinks he does. His family does, and again, but you can't petition for that until after. So we just got to be careful and see what we do there. we'll figure that all out as we go. We feel good with Mason, but right now Cole would be that guy just because of his experience. But Mason, I don't think there's any hesitation putting that guy in there. He had a shot yesterday. He threw between the seams. It was like he just ripped that thing in there. I mean, he's going to be special too.
How
Justin?
has Jalen Williams continued to acclimate himself here in camp, just being a late addition, and how overall are you feeling about the tailback depth behind Des?
Yeah, he's solid. He didn't get a chance to go into scrimmage the other day, so I didn't get a real good look at him. I was a little disappointed that he wasn't out there, but he had a little injury, but he was fine yesterday, so it went away fast.
Are you seeing separation in defensive end? You have a couple guys kind of standing out there.
Not as much separation as you'd like or you think, which is a good thing, I think, because I really, Jimmy Williams is playing at a high level. I mean, Blaine and Jaden Moore are battling in there. I mean, Zach Carruthers and Maverick maybe didn't play as well on Saturday, but then he comes out yesterday, and it's like these guys are battling. And to me, I love the competition. So that DN spot is, we've got some guys there. I mean, Maverick is physical, he's tough, like everybody. He doesn't always do the right thing, but it's like I told him in my office the other day, I trust you. I mean, like last year, I didn't trust you going on the field. Right now, I trust you to be on the field. So we got a lot of guys that are very functional that can give, guys a breather if they need it. Like Maverick is so much better. You just talk about the development and improvement. And that's not just him. That's a lot of guys in that room.
Going back to Justin's question about the running back room, you only have a few guys that were working out there yesterday. Just how are you feeling about that room right now?
I feel good. I mean, we got number 0. I don't know if we're going to take care of him. He didn't get any snaps on Saturday. It's okay. I've seen enough during the week. So we feel really good about him. We may make a little move, put like Tyreek Robinson back there as well. I mean, we got guys. I got Lovelace. We got guys who we can throw back there if we really felt bad about it. That would happen. But we've even talked about really, just slashing. Kenny Johnson's played back there in the backfield as well. But Justin Cook has really played well. Caleb Williams was banged up a little bit yesterday from the scrimmage, but he'll be back. And I think he's a big back. He's a Daniel Carter type guy. So we've got guys in that room. And then you guys have not seen a ton out of Boosie, but Boosie's a dude. Okay, and again, obviously those 2 freshman running backs disappointed they can't. But the likelihood of those 2 being like Boosie, probably if you hit on all 3 of them, like as freshmen, they're going to come in and be ready to play. Probably not going to happen. So, Boosie's special.
Are Brown and Smith here? What are they doing?
Yeah, they're here. They're just rehabbing and getting them back, mentally learning. Doing everything they can. Yeah, they're here.
There they go.
They're here. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.